So, potential number 1 pick in the WNBA draft, Awa Fam, has now committed to Project B. And this is really big. Like, this one is a statement of intent from Project B. Like, this is genuinely a statement of intent. One of the things that I don't think people realize as well, and they're like, oh, why would she play in Project B instead of Unrivaled? If you guys don't know, Project B have actually, they've done a good job. They have targeted a lot of the players that are currently playing in overseas leagues. So, currently, Awa Fam is playing in Valencia. She is playing in Valencia, and she's playing for the Valencia Euroleague team. And if you guys don't know where Project B are going, they are going to Valencia to play. They will be playing in Valencia. And obviously, look, she's somebody who is, as far as I'm aware, from Santa Pola in Spain and moved to Valencia at a young age. I don't know what year it was. I'm guessing, I think she went at a similar enough time. Like, I know her brother at like 16, 17 moved to Ireland to play with UCC Demons. Are they still? Blue Demons Basketball Club. Are they still UCC Demons? I actually don't know. But Blue Demons, he came over to play for Ireland in Ireland, and she obviously stayed and went and played in Valencia. But at the end of the day, she is potentially the number 1. This is the number 1 young prospect that you can realistically get in Project B. A lot of the young players have signed NIL deals with Unrivaled. And it's going to be interesting to see if any of the players any of the players that have NIL deals go and take the take the Project B money. Like, it is going to be a very, very interesting one, because I think they have NIL deals, but like, they haven't signed full contracts. So like, there is a possibility that like, these players just will decide to not take it up and go play in Project B, like, instead of Unrivaled. There's always a chance of that happening. But like, Alana Beard saying she has a potential to be next global superstar about Awa Fam. And I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Awa Fam absolutely does have that potential. Like, I think the potential level is very similar when it comes to Awa as Malonga. I think Malonga has higher upside. Awa has a higher floor. Like, I think Awa is going to be a much, much better WNBA player early. Like, I think she's going to be a much, much better WNBA player in the first half of her rookie season. However, like, I don't know if she'll reach the upside of Malonga long term. But not only that, she bought her own contract. The player from Santa Pola has signed with Project B. Yeah, she's from Santa Pola. Hilariously enough, I've said this plenty of times. Like, I happened to be in Santa Pola when she was playing against Team USA. The player from Santa Pola signed Project B starting next season. The private league is paying her buyout with Valencia Basket until until 2029. She will combine the tournament with the WNBA. Like, 2026, 27, 27, 28, 28, 29. They bought out a 3-year contract. And by the way, Unrivaled did not buy out Malonga. Unrivaled did not buy out Malonga. They were like, they're still, as far as I'm aware, Malonga's Fenerbahce situation is not sorted. I don't know. There's a possibility. The rumor is that the Stewie playing for Fener, part of that is that they don't sue Unrivaled. Like, I've heard those rumblings. I don't know how true that is. I doubt it is true. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. Like, Project B, I'm very interested in seeing what Project B is gonna be like. Because you know why everyone's like, oh, Unrivaled needs to, be like this traveling show. That's literally all Project B is. It's what Project B is, and it just depends on who they get. Because, like, they're in some cool places. Like, they're going to Japan, where you'll fill out thousands of seats in Japan. They've been smart about it. Like, who is this person? I don't even know whoever that is. Probably B just tweeted, and they followed him as well. But like, the Roig Arena is cool. Like, the outside of this arena just flashes different colors. It's actually really, really cool. in Valencia. Obviously, a different color here. The F1 style basketball league will host a March 2017 event. Sorry, 2027 event. But I will possibly be in Valencia for this. I'll definitely go to one or two of the Project Bs. Because I think it could be kind of cool to do. But like they still have a relatively okay crop of players so far. Like my Yamamoto is a big enough name worldwide. Jusei Jacite is very good. Like if you look at the young players, they've really, other than Malonga, they have tied down the young Europeans. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see Iana Martin as one of their next signings. And they have Awa, they have Leo Fibish, they have Jacite. Obviously they've signed Li Meng. They've signed Cardoso. They've signed Janelle Salon. So they have an awful lot of the international players. And that's kind of what they're probably doing. They're like, oh, cool, if we can... I do think maybe 9 days at some of these events is a little bit too long. They're trying to make it a little bit like tennis. But like I can kind of understand what they're trying to do. But Awa Fam is probably their biggest statement signing in a while. But yeah, I do think this is a big one because she could go number one. She got cooked in WNBA first 3 years, but she averaged like 9 points. Yeah, she plays 20 minutes a game. Like we literally saw her play really well against Team USA. And my favorite thing is people just looking at box scores and are like she doesn't rebound. She does it in Europe. If you tip a rebound to somebody else, the person who catches it gets the rebound. She tip rebounds. It can be frustrating at times, yeah, but that is literally a thing. Is that she tips rebounds to other players. So I think she averages like 4 rebounds a game. Realistically, it's a like instead of 4 rebounds, she probably is closer to the 6 or 7 rebounds. And she's not a great rebounder. By no means is Awa Fam a great rebounder, but she's a passable rebounder. Absolutely is a passable rebounder. So yeah, that is it with Awa Fam. Like Alana Beard saying she's next global superstar. I think it's their best chance. It was that we got enough shooters that don't want to rebound in Dallas. Like I hate the rebounding narrative around Awa Fam. The one negative when it comes to Awa Fam is that like the one big negative with her, I have to say, is that she kind of shows up. She's a bright lights merchant. Like she doesn't show up to play every single game. And that if her team's winning by 30, she coasts. Like it is one of those things where she is realistically a bright lights merchant, which can be a problem in the WNBA where it's an entertainment league as much as everything else and you need to show up every night. But that is the only negative to Awa Fam in her entire game. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. See you guys.